7 minutes starting now.
Okay. Um, I got into a
I'm just saying you
discussion.
didn't pay to play. That's all. Well, now I can't say it.
Wendy Adams.
Okay. 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 There was a person that I found out. He would say things like gays need to be put to death or executed or stuff like that. And I was like, okay, dude, do you mean those that act gay or those that just have an attraction? Because the action, even if it's bad, I wouldn't execute anybody unless they were like killing somebody. That's the thing. However, I asked him specifically, are you talking about like people that are actively gay or are you talking about just same-sex attraction? Because there are people that still go to church and they are actively still Christian, but they're not actively gay. They are chaste, if you will, and they want to be. Do they? Like,
What is
chaste meaning they don't act on their desires.
Ah.
So basically, but they can have that attraction. That's the point. So I was asking him, do you want them to be killed? I don't think they deserve to be killed. I don't think anybody should deserve to be killed. When people get to where they talk about killing gays, I think that is when you chose the straight up discrimination like loud as all get out. And even other Christians that aren't for gays told him to calm down because even they have standards. So yeah. And he's also a hypocrite.
You're being too loud. And I was like, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Okay. So that was my story of the most extreme Christian I've probably ever encountered. He doesn't even act Christian. He goes after other Christians. So there you go.
I feel like that's just not even a Christian way. You know
He's not. He acts more like an atheist with the way he talks. Anyway, he explains the church, and he hasn't gone to the church in like 6 years. And of course, people tell him it would help if you go because you're not really helping the case for making the case for Christianity if you don't go to church. Because if you expect to be around people that you're going to see in heaven, you got to learn to get along with them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Fellowship, that matters. That's why we have churches. So
I think that's actually a really good point. And what if everyone looked at everybody in society that they disagreed with, even on a fundamental level, and said, I do have to share this town with them, or this neighborhood, or this
That's
church.
what I think about with people, even that I perceive as the enemy, that it's kind of like people that think, oh, I need to leave this state or leave this city. And I'm thinking, that ain't always going to solve your problems. Especially if you think it's if it's just political. I would say, be the salvation, if you will, of your community. You do something about it where you are. That's what people have done historically, instead of just leaving somewhere. And if they leave, usually it's a very last resort kind of situation. I'm just saying that against transplants because even if they are helpful transplants, I just can't stand that people feel like, well, I'm just going to leave. Yeah, right. You going to leave? You got family where you are. Have roots settled. Talk crap about that. So I'm just very defensive about being rooted where one is. Transplants, like people that move from one state to think, oh, the politics and how everything is run here is bad. I need to just leave. Not everybody leaves. And besides,
so you don't agree with the idea that people should vote with their feet?
Well, the thing is, it's too reactionary. There's other ways. And most people that say that I'll move, there's a great amount of them that don't do that. They just say it. And most of the people that actually do move happen to have money.
Good
They're
night, Rachel.
rich.
That was awesome.
And
Thank you.
they come here and they hike up the prices for locals,
Thank you,
make
too.
life hell for locals and more difficult, and they start telling them how they should start doing things, and we don't like that. So, and I like people to be close to their roots. I do.
What about vacationers? You think people should be able to go on vacation to
That's
places?
different. I'm talking about
Why?
somebody who was moving,
No,
like
tell me
trying
why
to
it's
change
different. And
things.
you got 80 seconds left. Tell me why it's different.
Because you're visiting there and then you're going to go right back home just for a moment of time.
What about people who have like a second home on a lake somewhere or on a beach?
Well, if they aren't trying to change things and they are good with the community there, then that's fine.
Wonky has a really good one. What if they're on a mission trip? What if they're going somewhere to spread the good word and try and convince people to become
Okay,
Christians?
well, the typical like missionary of American Christianity is just brain dead. It is not helpful for the most part. I think
That's the most base thing you've ever said. I agree.
only because if you really want to be a missionary, go to somewhere where you could risk death, because that's what a real missionary does. They do that. So, and no, the guy that went to the Sentinel Island doesn't count, because even other Christians would advise him, no, don't do that, because by law they can't. It's illegal to go there. So,
It's been real, Heather. Thank you.
you're welcome, and I love my outfit, and I want to show off my legs.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. Holy shit.